Well, I think one thing that I've really learned and realized is that there kind of isn't really one specific formula that will kind of get you from this point to this point.
Right.
And there's so much that happens between the first time you ever sit down at a drum kit and then X, Y, or Z. And so I think the way that I did things as a drummer maybe totally wouldn't work for somebody else, and the way that they did it wouldn't work for me. So I think that a lot of it is kind of realizing you have that passion first, which I remember when I felt that, and it was one of the coolest feelings that I remember sitting in playing at the electronic kit and then plugging it in, and I was like, there's other guys in here, but I'm going to turn it up and play this drum beat that I just learned. And that was something so special to me, and something that I felt really truly was worth pursuing and working hard at, whether or not it became successful. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And from then, I realized that as a drummer, you can't really go and just be like, I'm starting a band. I mean, I guess you could, but for me, I couldn't just be like, all right, I'm starting a band, and then just kind of like take that and run with it. You kind of have to first of all, you have to just find other people that are like-minded and doing what you want to do. But for me, I felt that because I felt that sort of, I couldn't really control where I was going. I just felt that it was important and necessary to kind of network. And,
Sure.
And I would say yes to it's like if somebody asked me to play drums for this, yeah, cool, I'll do it. As long as it didn't like oppose what I believed in or like what I felt convicted about. But for the most part, I kind of went and did whatever I could. And then kind of just developed a kind of group of people that love playing music, and I would then go to shows and try and meet people, and then go home and play drums and try and get better. And sometimes it might sound weird, but kind of how athletes do, watch game tape afterwards and kind of study themselves. I would just set up a camera while I play and then just watch it and dissect it and figure out how I can improve and get better. Or I'd watch myself play a drum fill, and I'm just like, it doesn't sound really cool, it doesn't really fit, or it doesn't look very cool, and I think I can do something a little more exciting just from watching it.
Sure.
Because what I feel in my head and when I do it, it feels way different than how it really comes across. So even now, I go on YouTube and watch our own performances and kind of critique us, the stage in general, but then myself as a musician. So just play all the time and try and be really critical of yourself, which I think is a natural thing, but I'm always so critical of myself. And meeting people that have the same passion and desire as you, and then get creative with it, and don't worry about following a format that you've heard before. And I think that if you're truly creating something that you want to do and that you're passionate about and that you really like, and maybe bounce that off of some close friends who care about you, and ask their opinion and really try to look at it objectively, then I think that that's the ultimate thing. And playing and writing songs that you love and that you have a good time performing, I think those are some key things that I would say.